The Grand Canyon is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. But what is the best way to see this wonder in all its beauty? Well, today I take a flight with Grand Canyon Airlines for a flight over the Grand Canyon, as well as a cruise down to the Colorado River to decide what is the best way to see the Grand Canyon. But we start this video with Grand Canyon Airlines for a scenic flight around the Grand Canyon. It's something that my mother has always wanted to do, and it's something I've wanted to do as well. And we're taking a flight today because it's a bit cheaper and you stay in the air for longer. So yeah, let's go get checked in and go for a flight around the Grand Canyon. Let's go. The flight we are taking today departs from Grand Canyon National Park Airport. This whole trip to the Grand Canyon has been part of a birthday present from my mother, whose dream has always been to see the Grand Canyon. And as my mother is mobility impaired, seeing the Grand Canyon from the sky and water is probably the best 2 ways she can experience it. Out the window you can see the sky is busy with many tourist flights. I do love that the gates are neutral gates at this airport. It's gate 1, gate 2, and it's 2 different fence gates. That's so cool. After a short wait, our flight was called for boarding. Luckily for me, I was offered the co-pilot seat, which of course is an offer I would never refuse. Okay, we are boarding just now. Looks like a very, very nice day for it. Yeah, can do, yeah. I will happily do that. Come on, everyone. Thank you. Is it Twin Otter 208? Yeah. All right. No worries. Alright, I thought it was going to be a Twin Otter we're on, but no, it's a Cessna Grand Caravan 208. Yep. Here's on board the Cessna Grand Caravan.
Two in the front. Motion 6X. The pouch in front. Smoking. No restrooms.
After the pilot gave a short safety demonstration, it was time to fire up the engine and follow the adjacent Twin Otter to the runway for takeoff. Taking off out of Grand Canyon Airport, we should be in the air for around 55 minutes. We were, however, immediately hit by some very heavy turbulence, but that didn't matter when one of the most famous and breathtaking places in the world came into view. It is honestly breathtaking from above to see this spectacle, to think that just water has carved this out over millions of years. After loitering around the Grand Canyon for a while, we were once again on approach to land at Grand Canyon Airport. Honestly, I feel that any amount of time in the air over this amazing place isn't enough. However, this landing was also going to be very interesting with the amount of turbulence. Just quickly, why not go ahead and subscribe to stay up to date with all my travels, and don't forget to hit that bell icon. Once landed into Grand Canyon Airport and parked up, that concludes this amazing little flight on the Cessna Grand Caravan 208 over the Grand Canyon. Honestly, this flight was amazing, and as it is cheaper than a helicopter and flies over the Grand Canyon for longer than the cheapest helicopter tour, I honestly think that the value provided by this flight makes it a no-brainer. But don't go yet, because we have a bus to catch down to the waters of the famous Colorado River. Due to the rapids on much of the Colorado River within the Grand Canyon, this makes it unsuitable for my mother to sail down on. So here's a tip for you if you are slightly less abled. Get yourself one of the bus tours that takes place on the Colorado River within Glen Canyon. The waters there are generally much calmer. So with that, we head on a bus tour through the Navajo Nation, headed for Glen Canyon. And along the way, we do get some amazing views. If you're liking this video, then please consider becoming a Patreon. The link is in the description, and anything you give goes into making videos like this one. Once down at the water's edge, we boarded onto a boat and set off for a 40-minute sail down the famous Colorado River, where the views just get even more stunning. Like the Grand Canyon, Glen Canyon is part of the same canyon system, which has all been carved out of the sandstone over millions of years by the Colorado River. After sailing down the river, the boats land at a small beach to allow us to take a short walk up to some ancient pictograms that were engraved into the rocks by the ancient peoples that used to inhabit the canyons. So you saw there those petroglyphs. Apparently, those petroglyphs were from the basket makers, is what they call them. Can't remember the exact name of the ancient peoples that used to live in the canyons. But yeah, it's amazing how it's weathered all that time just out in the open like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Anyway, just make our way back to the boat now. My mother's still down at the boat. She couldn't walk up this way because she's mobility disabled. This walk would have been too much for her, so I've taken some photos for her to have a look at. And then, yeah, probably just make our way back to the boat station. I am loving this place though. This place is pretty incredible. Definitely would recommend coming here, and I might probably come back here sometime myself. I can definitely see why my mother wanted to come here. I can definitely see why my mother wanted to come here. This, for the longest time, has been her dream destination. This has just been her since she was like a little girl watching cowboy movies in the 70s and 80s with her father. This has been a dream destination. I'm just super happy that I get to make this happen for her. Just really happy that I get to make this happen for her. Absolutely unbelievable. Soon we were back into the boats to make our way back up the Colorado River around the famous Horseshoe Bend. You've probably seen pictures of it before. It is probably the most famous view from Grand Canyon. Just simply look at how beautiful and clear the water is here. Honestly, I can't put into words how thankful I am that I'm able to make this happen for my mother. As this is our dream destination, to be able to bring her here is genuinely special. After once again seeing some absolutely amazing scenery, we dock up, and that concludes our visit to the Grand Canyon and Glen Canyon. Honestly, this whole journey has just been amazing from start to finish. So as we depart, if you like this video, then you should check out this video here. And as always people, we will see you all in the next one.